drop any loop into Vice, and Vice will automatically slice it at transients, immediately turning it into a playable kit. The default sensitivity is usually pretty spot on, but you can adjust the sensitivity for more or less slices if needed. In addition to detect mode, you can use grid mode to slice the loop by musical divisions, for example, sixteenths or eighths. And there's also a split mode, which simply slices the loop into an equally sized number of sections. And if you want to start from scratch, there's manual mode. In any mode, adding and editing slices is easy. Just click on the upper region of the sample display. Zoom in for more precision, and you can see how Vice takes care to automatically snap to 0 crossings. Vice has two main modes, MIDI mode and play mode. In MIDI mode, each slice is mapped to a MIDI note, allowing you to play it like a drum kit. Play mode will play the loop at the current tempo, synced to the song position if you're working with the plugin. In MIDI mode, slices are mapped incrementally across your MIDI keyboard. You can set the note for the first slice by using the Learn button. Simply click the Learn button and then press a MIDI note, and slices will be mapped to that key. You can also remove individual slices from the kit by disabling them. This excludes them from the MIDI mapping. You can export the MIDI sequence from the loop by clicking the MIDI export button here. But it can be more convenient to just drag and drop the MIDI, and you can do this directly into your DAW. So here in Logic, for example, you can simply drag from the MIDI export button and drop the pattern into the timeline. And of course, now that we have the MIDI sequence imported, we can go ahead and edit it. Play mode is great in the DAW for checking out loops. Cycle mode is handy here. Enable it to step through the loops with a single click or the up and down arrow keys. You can see how, as we load loops, Vice automatically syncs them to the song position. These are just some of the included factory loops that come with Vice. Now, of course, you may not always have perfectly cut loops, but it's quick and easy to trim them non-destructively directly inside Vice. So, for example, here I have a sample from vinyl which doesn't loop properly. We can trim it simply by dragging the start and end markers. And it's easy to do this while playing to adjust by ear. So I'm going to drag on the end marker here to trim off these last couple of extra hits. That looks about right, but we can fine adjust this later. And then there's an extra hit here at the beginning, so we can go ahead and trim that off. That's sounding better. So let's zoom in now and fine adjust. But the first slice is looking good. Vice has a wide range of sound sculpting parameters, including an envelope, modulator, LFO, effects, and a freely assignable modulation system that is all configurable per slice. So you can get really creative and really transform your loops. By default, all parameters operate on the selected slice. For example, here I'll change the pitch of this selected kick drum. But we can use the Alt button to edit the slices simultaneously. So for example, here I'm going to apply an amplitude envelope to all slices. You can also select a range of slices with shift-click and extend the selection with command-click. Using the Assignment Manager, parameters can also be easily assigned to MIDI or made available for host automation. Click any parameter in the UI to locate it in the list. Then click MIDI Learn, and then touch a knob or fader on your MIDI controller to make the assignment. Or for a shortcut, simply select Start MIDI Learn on the Parameters context menu. If you're working with the plugin in your DAW, there's a similar workflow to activate parameters for automation. You'll find an additional Auto tab at the bottom of the plugin. Go ahead and click this, then click the parameter that you want to automate. Then you're going to want to click Assign, and those parameters will be available in your host's automation list. We saw the MIDI export feature earlier in the video, but Vice also has handy audio export options too. You can export both individual slices or the entire loop rendered at the current tempo. And in both cases, the rendered audio will include all the tweaks you made in each slice. To export an individual slice, click the Slice Export button and then save to the desired location. Or alternatively, you can simply drag and drop from the Export button directly into your DAW's timeline. You can also export a selection of slices or all slices simultaneously using multi-selection. There's a similar workflow to render the entire loop. Click the Loop Export button to export to a specific location, or just drag and drop directly into your DAW.